Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel Magnetize Official. In today's video, I'm excited to dive into a twin flame reading, a special beginning of the week check-in for our twin flame collective. I have a couple of channel announcements to share as well. As I was shuffling the cards, one just leaped out. It feels like there's a surge of powerful and intense messages waiting to come through today, which is pretty rare for a card to jump out so early in the reading. I also want to take a moment to express my heartfelt thanks to each of you who tune in and share your time and energy here. I truly believe that when you listen, you're not just being passive, you're actively co-creating these insights and messages with me. I'm so grateful for the beautiful community we're building together. All right, lovely souls, we've already seen one card pop out, and now I'm going to shuffle and see if any more messages come through for you. While I do that, I want to remind you. If you'd like me to channel messages that are specific to your situation, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and hit that like button. Your likes and subscriptions help me tap into your energy during this reading. Now, let's see what messages I can bring forth for the Twin Flame Collective. Oh, look at that. Another card just flew out, giving us two already. Let's see if there are any additional insights I can channel for Twin Flames. I'll also be using my Love Word Scramble deck, since I know many of you really connected with certain words from my last reading. Just a heads up. The words I pull are meant for specific individuals, so they might not resonate with everyone. The first words that came up were Japan and careful. I'm curious if those will tie in together somehow. I'm sensing that someone might be being a bit cautious in how they're approaching interactions within this connection. It's a little vague for now, but I'm hoping to clarify that later. Let's see if there are any more messages for twin flames at this time. You know what? It might just be these first two cards that are meant to be heard today, as the energy seems to be quieting down. So, let's dive into these two cards. All right, let's dive in. The first card drawn is Storm Warning in reverse, and I keep hearing, the storm is over. However, it feels like someone involved, perhaps viewing things from their ego or human perspective, hasn't quite grasped that the metaphorical storm has passed. They still seem to be caught up in it, which is an intriguing message. I hope to uncover more specifics about that soon. Also, the words Washington, Hall, and Trade came through. Really interesting vibes there. Next up is the fifth chakra card, and it's upright. This one is all about the throat chakra, relating to communication and how we express ourselves. With it standing tall, it suggests that someone might really want to open up, or that communication is on the horizon in this connection. I'm eager to dig deeper into what this means. So, let's explore the significance of the fifth chakra card being upright. Whoa, the second chakra card has popped up in reverse. This card represents pleasure, intimacy, and sensual connection, but there seems to be some sort of blockage. It's a bit of a puzzling message with these chakra cards, but I'm here to piece it together for you, so hang tight as we unravel this complexity. Why is the sacral chakra blocked? Who's feeling restricted in this connection? I'm hearing, I want to explain why I've been closed off, but I don't know how. The cards that followed are Angel of Love reversed and Cornucopia upright. With the Angel of Love in reverse, I immediately sense a masculine energy here, though it could be feminine too, saying, I don't feel worthy of your love. That's a heavy feeling, almost gut-wrenching, and it might explain why the sacral chakra card showed up. Remember, this is tied to the second chakra, located in the lower stomach area. I just had this deep, gut-wrenching feeling of, I don't feel worthy of your love. But then, with the cornucopia card showing up upright, like the 1111 card, representing new beginnings, I heard this voice saying, "But I want it anyway." It's that complex mix of emotions. I may not feel worthy of you, but I yearn for a future with you. Earlier, while meditating, I received a message that felt like it came from a masculine energy. It was something like, "I want to admire you from a distance because I don't feel like I have anything to offer you, and I certainly don't want to take anything from you." This message carries a tone of admiration and idealization, expressing, "I see you, and I admire you, even from afar." I realize this won't resonate with everyone, but it felt significant for someone who will be tuning in. So, what's behind this energy I'm connecting with? Why doesn't this person, possibly a masculine, feel worthy of love? The World card appeared reversed, which typically symbolizes expansion. Its reversal hints at feeling closed off and aware of it, yet not wanting to remain that way. This creates an inner conflict. There's a desire to open up, to expand the connection, and bring this ideal vision of the feminine into their reality. They want to manifest a tangible future together, but feel unworthy, which leads them to shut down in the physical world. Even if they're not openly expressing this, there's an underlying energy represented by the 5th chakra card in the upright position, indicating a longing to communicate and share these feelings. It seems like this individual deeply wishes to be more open and to manifest a solid future within this connection, yet they might not be showing that side to the feminine energy they're connected with. The word father came up during my readings, hinting that this energy might be grappling with a father wound. I want to dig deeper into that, so I'll reshuffle the deck for clearer insights. For those who are new here, when we mention mother or father wounds, we're talking about formative experiences from childhood with parental figures. These interactions often shape how one navigates relationships later in life, especially in romantic contexts. It's about patterns formed early on, patterns that can unconsciously influence how someone engages with love and intimacy, based on the behaviors they witnessed or experienced growing up. The adjacent possibilities card appeared reversed, and I immediately sensed a masculine energy from childhood, slamming a door in frustration, possibly in a bedroom. There's this strong wave of pent-up anger and emotion. It's as if I can hear him saying, "It felt impossible. My childhood situation felt impossible." I see him walking up the stairs to his room, slamming the door behind him, and just crying in frustration. I'm curious about the roots of this frustration. It feels like I'm tapping into a memory from his past, perhaps just for one person, but it's leading me to understand why he's interacting in a particular way in this romantic connection. I want to explore where this imagery of the frustrated child comes from. The door to value card also came out reversed, and I heard, "This is when I first felt worthless." There's a strong sense of an inner child wound linked to this twin flame connection. This imagery reveals a formative experience that established a pattern of feeling unworthy of love, particularly within this connection. The emotional repression began in childhood, likely influenced by a dynamic with a parent, probably a father figure. This unresolved frustration continues to affect him today, causing him to close off emotionally and feel unworthy of love in this twin flame bond. It seems this is part of what he came here to heal. There's a strong indication that this energy is meant to transform these dark, challenging experiences into something positive. Through this twin flame connection, he is working on reconnecting with his own sense of worthiness and the freedom to express his emotions within romantic relationships. This journey is a significant part of his soul's purpose. Wow, such intense messages right from the start. I want to delve deeper and gather more general insights about what's happening in this connection. I know this specific message might not resonate with everyone. For those of you listening, especially the feminines, this could be something you're not consciously aware of regarding your masculine, but is important for you to know. Now, let's dive into the specifics of what's happening in the dynamic of this connection. I want to explore the physical 3D aspects of this twin flame relationship. Some words that popped up in the word scramble were European, hope, and voice. I heard a whisper, "You gave me hope." But there's a nagging feeling. Is it false hope? It's as if the ego is stepping in, questioning whether this hope is genuine. Regarding the word voice, I was channeling messages yesterday about how someone was really tuning into their twin flame's voice, either through a recording or in person, and feeling that deep connection. I felt guided to share why we're so drawn to the sound of our twin flame's voice. It's because they resonate with our core soul frequency, and their voice carries the essence of their authenticity. When you hear your twin flame speak, it resonates with your soul, which is why that connection feels so profound. As I asked about how this twin flame connection is manifesting in the physical, the cards revealed Patience in reverse and Angel of Love upright. The reversal of Patience instantly gave me the sense that someone is feeling restless in this connection. I wanted to dig deeper, and when I asked for more specifics, the cards that came out were the 5th chakra in the upright position, our throat chakra card, and the number 11 card, symbolizing manifestation, the cornucopia card. It's like I can hear someone in this connection expressing, "I'm growing impatient because I have so much I want to say to you. I long to communicate and to manifest our future together in the physical." There's this sense of restlessness, almost antsy energy. They're tired of just visualizing this future without seeing it materialize around them. "I'm fed up with not being able to fully communicate with you. I'm growing impatient." That's the message I'm picking up from this energy. Now, let's take a moment to explore the Angel of Love card. It's interesting because it came out reversed earlier, but now it's upright. I'd like to read a bit from the guidebook to uncover more specifics about its meaning. Here's what it says. If you're longing for a deeper, more intimate connection with someone already in your life, the angel in this card is here to tell you that far greater tenderness is available to you. Remember that your first intention for tenderness must be directed inward. The compassion you show yourself will significantly influence the energetic potential of these events. The Angel of Love is smiling upon you and forging connections in the energetic realm. Wow, this feels like an important message from Spirit, our higher selves, and the higher selves of our twin flames. What I hear is a gentle reminder for those feeling impatient in this connection. It's easy to get caught up in what's lacking in the physical world, like communication or manifested love. But it's important to remember that this connection already exists energetically. The bond you desire has always been there and will always remain. It cannot weaken or be broken. Sometimes it just gets clouded by our own blocks to unconditional love, which often stem from how we struggle to love, accept, and embrace ourselves. I feel like someone is being guided to shift their focus away from the perceived absence of love or communication in the physical realm, and instead recognize the strength of this energetic connection. Even if it feels invisible, it's always there beneath the surface, available to you and to us as twin flames. It might be hard to put into words the energy I'm channeling from this card, but I truly hope that whoever needs this reminder feels its impact. I also picked up on the words piano, Casey, and flag. Not sure if any of those resonate with someone specific, but for some reason I heard red flags. It seems like someone in this connection might have been chatting with a family member or a friend, or maybe just having a conversation with their own ego, saying things like, "Watch out for the red flags." Let's dive deeper into what's going on with these red flags. The Thinking Woman card has come out, and I typically associate this card, when upright, with the presence of a divine feminine ego. It feels like some divine feminines listening might be getting caught up in worrying or searching for red flags within this connection. Alternatively, it could be someone in your life, like a friend, family member, or co-worker, pointing out, "Oh, you're missing the red flags with your twin flame," or "There's definitely a red flag here." But here's the thing. These red flags often stem from the ego. If it's not your own ego flaring up, it could be someone else triggering it through their conversations. You'll likely sense if this anxious energy is coming from your ego rather than your soul, because it tends to create a sick, uneasy feeling in your stomach. It's funny, I was about to say that, and then the third chakra card, which connects to the solar plexus area, popped up. That's exactly the spot I was referencing. The area that might feel nauseous or uncomfortable when your ego is getting riled up. Part of why you may be feeling this way is if there's some external influence, like a friend or family member saying negative things about your twin flame or your connection. When they say things like, "Be careful of the red flags," it can unintentionally invade your energetic boundaries. The third chakra is all about forming and maintaining those boundaries. It's where we cultivate our core confidence and sense of identity. So, be mindful of who and what is influencing your thoughts and feelings right now. When someone is speaking negatively about you, your life, or your connection, even if they mean well, it's important to remember that it's not their journey to comment on. This isn't their situation, and when they project their opinions and limiting beliefs onto you and your twin flame connection, it can create a physical response, like a tightness or anxiety in your stomach. This feeling arises because they're infringing on something your soul knows to be true. You have a strong sense of who you are and a deep confidence in your identity, both as an individual and within your twin flame connection. However, this person's negativity can seep into your aura, almost as if they're unconsciously projecting their own limiting beliefs onto you. I see their negativity getting tangled in your energy field, so it's crucial to protect your energy from such influences. Now, let's shift our focus to the divine masculine in this situation. Interestingly, I feel like we've already been receiving messages from both the masculine and the feminine, which is a bit unusual for the start of the reading. The masculine definitely has something to say. What messages does the divine masculine have for twin flames tuning into this reading right now? How is he thinking and feeling in the physical 3D world? I'm going to tap into that perspective because, as you know, I like to explore both the physical and higher self viewpoints. So, let's see what's going on in the 3D for the masculine. Whoa! One card just flew out. I'll check if any others come out, but for now, let's see what this first card reveals. The card is Door to Romance, in the reverse position. Right away I heard, "I feel locked out from this love. I feel left out in the cold. I feel locked out. I feel locked out of your life." There's a strong message here reflecting his sense of exclusion and longing. Let's dive a bit deeper into this. I'll start by consulting the guidebook to clarify what this card means. When this card is reversed, it often signals a delay or disappointment in love. I heard the message, "I disappointed you, and now I feel locked out." It seems the masculine is aware of how he let you down in some way, leaving him feeling shut out from this connection or your life. This could also indicate a sense of distance or separation in the present relationship. It's interesting because I previously sensed a masculine energy admiring the feminine from afar, suggesting a physical separation between them. This admiration might even be kept under wraps, something he's not openly expressing in words. Another word that popped up is low, and I also heard shade. This suggests that the masculine may be feeling quite down or in a dark place because of what's happened in this connection. Let's pull a few more cards to understand why he feels locked out of the feminine's life. The next card is man holding a coin, also in the reverse position. I heard, "When I lost you, I feel like I lost everything." Reading from the guidebook, this card reversed suggests that he may be acting against his own best interests and might not realize what truly matters. There's a realization dawning on him that he didn't prioritize this connection or the feminine properly. He's reflecting, "I see now that I was focused on the wrong things, and as a result, my life feels like it's falling apart. All I want is to hold on to you, because you're what truly matters to me." It seems he's grappling with regret, wishing he had prioritized things differently. But what led to this realization? The name Jane surfaced, along with the words rounds and mean. I also heard the phrase beating around the bush. This suggests he may have been hesitating or delaying progress in their connection, which has been frustrating for the feminine. He recognizes that his lack of focus on the right priorities has caused tension and dissatisfaction. When I pulled the deceit card in reverse, it shed light on how his priorities might have been misaligned. I heard the message, "I deceived you in the past. I lied, or at the very least, I didn't fully open up." This raises some interesting questions about what the masculine might have deceived the feminine about. The word experiment came to mind, and I sensed that for some, this masculine may have created an impression that he was interested in exploring connections with other people. This could mean he made her feel like he wanted to try out other romantic options or bring third parties into the mix. However, it seems this behavior stemmed from an inauthentic place. It wasn't truly what he desired, but rather an illusion that affected how he made the feminine feel. I want to dig deeper into this idea of experimenting with third parties. The next card drawn is Victory in reverse, which brought another message. Our connection feels like an unattainable ideal, something to admire from a distance, but not something I believe I'm worthy or capable of nurturing in the physical realm. This echoes the themes of the earlier messages regarding his potential father wounds and a deep-seated sense of unworthiness, which may have led him to make the feminine feel like she wasn't a priority. This, in turn, might have caused him to seek out those third-party connections, or give the impression that he wanted to experiment with other relationships. It's important to note that this may not resonate with everyone, but it seems to be a specific masculine energy that wanted to be expressed in this reading. The word perfect came through, and I picked up on a masculine energy who seems to be a bit of a perfectionist. He's idealized the divine feminine and their connection to such an extent that it's made him feel unworthy. He wants everything to be flawless, striving to present himself perfectly to create an ideal connection. However, because he struggles with his own sense of inner worthiness, he ends up self-sabotaging both himself and the relationship. He acts in ways that contradict his true desires at a soul level, all stemming from that lack of self-worth. I'd like to tap into this divine masculine's higher self because I sense it coming through, saying, I may have acted this way, but that's not what I truly wanted. His higher self seems eager to share some insights about the situation. When I asked what this masculine feels at a higher self level, the deceit card appeared upright. It's as if his higher self is declaring, all of that was a lie. What I'm getting from this is that everything this masculine has done to self-sabotage or push the feminine away, whether it's acting like he wanted other romantic connections or creating distance, was not reflective of his true desires. His higher self is almost urging, "Don't pay attention to me in the physical. That was all an illusion. It stemmed from an inauthentic, ego-driven space, and none of it reflects what I genuinely want." Now I'm curious about what his higher self considers an illusion or a lie. What exactly is he referring to? And of course, the yin-yang card came out, often seen as the twin flame card in this deck, which reinforces the deep connection between them. I'm getting chills all over, because the message here is both simple and incredibly powerful. We have two contrasting cards: the deceit card, which I see as one of the darkest in the deck, and the yin-yang card, which is deeply spiritual and strongly associated with twin flames. This contrast highlights what this masculine's higher self is conveying. All the ways I may have self-sabotaged or seemed to lack clarity in my priorities were just illusions. The truth is. And that truth, symbolized by the yin-yang card, is that on a soul level, he fully recognizes they are twin flames and acknowledges the divinity of their connection. This awareness is gradually being downloaded into his physical consciousness, but it's been a challenging process for him to integrate. I know many of you have been asking about the differences between the twin flame experience in the Matrix and the so-called spiritual twin, and I plan to make a video on that soon. This masculine seems to view himself as the Matrix twin, someone very much focused on the physical 3D world. Because of this fixation, his journey to fully grasp these spiritual truths is unfolding at a slower pace. If he were to suddenly absorb all of this profound understanding at once, it would be overwhelming for him. So, he's gradually assimilating a deeper awareness of their connection. His higher self is affirming, "Yes, I know on a soul level that we are twin flames." It's almost as if he's apologizing for the slowness of this process, explaining that it's necessary for him to handle it this way. Downloading such powerful insights all at once would simply be too much for his physical self to bear. He needs this gradual approach because he embodies the more 3D-focused, physically oriented twin in their dynamic. Wow, the appearance of the twin flame card is such a significant and powerful message from this masculine. Let's see if his higher self has anything more to share specifically with the divine feminine at this time. What else does his higher self want to say? The community card has come out upright, and I'm excited to dive into its meaning. This is the number 7 card, so you might find yourself noticing the number 777 frequently. I sense this might resonate with just one or a few of you. So let me take a moment to look up what that angel number signifies. You know how much I love connecting specific angel numbers to our readings. The number 777 is all about divine guidance, signifying that you're on the right path and following your guardian angels towards success. How interesting! If this number is popping up for you, it's a reminder that you're heading in the right direction, no matter what's happening around you in the physical world. Now, let's explore the community card further to see what additional messages might come through about this masculine connection with kindred spirits. When upright, this card symbolizes the opposite of loneliness and isolation. I feel this masculine expressing, "Divine Feminine, I recognize that due to the powerful yet challenging spiritual journey we've shared, you've been feeling a lot of loneliness and isolation lately." He's aware that his physical presence may have contributed to these feelings, and he wants you to know he understands on a higher self level. It seems he's reassuring you that this period of isolation won't last forever. As we continue on this journey together, deepening our connection and integrating the wisdom of our twin flame bond, your feelings of loneliness will fade. It's almost like this masculine's higher self is providing comfort during your time of need, reminding you that you're never truly alone. I'm always with you on this higher self level, he says, regardless of our physical interactions. I feel drawn to pull a card from the Lover's Oracle deck to see what else this masculine wants to communicate to the divine feminine on a higher self level. Interestingly, I noticed an image of a woman with long hair. Perhaps this will resonate with someone out there. I also heard the name Tom and the word somewhere. It's unclear how these fit in, but I sense a message coming through. I know you're out there somewhere. I envision someone gazing up at the stars at night, thinking, as long as I can look up at the stars, I know you're out there looking at the same ones. Maybe that means we're not as far apart as it seems. It's a beautifully romantic thought, isn't it? I know this sounds a bit cheesy, but I can really sense someone feeling those deeply romantic, poetic vibes toward another person on a soul level. So, what else does this divine masculine's higher self want to share? Here's a beautiful message. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is available to you. Follow it with faith. He seems to be emphasizing the importance of patience, saying, only time will tell. I hear him urging the feminine to be patient with him in the physical realm, allowing things to unfold naturally as he continues to consciously integrate this knowledge of their connection. He's inviting her to join him in letting go of the past, specifically the illusions and confusions, and to step into this new journey together. Let's pull a few final messages from the Romance Angels deck to see what else this divine masculine wants to convey from his higher self. One card that stands out is, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. It feels like there's a strong theme of timing here. Earlier, we saw the Patience card in reverse, which suggests someone, likely the feminine, might be feeling a bit impatient. The masculine is responding to that feeling, encouraging, let's release the past and start fresh. Time will allow this connection to unfold, and something is going to shift very soon. I get the sense that a change is on the horizon, but both parties need to hold clear intentions for their future together. There are some outside influences or negative energies that might be muddying this connection, trying to steer one or both of them off course. Because of that, I feel that energetic protection is crucial for the twin flames I'm connecting with right now. It's interesting. I was casually shuffling the Angel Answers deck when the card Wait popped out. Just look at all these time-related messages. Only time will tell. Very soon. And now, wait. They all highlight the importance of not letting our physical understanding of time stress us out. It feels like the masculine's higher self is urging the feminine to let go of those limiting beliefs about time, especially the idea that this connection should unfold according to the ego's timeline. He's really asking her to release any anxiety about how long things might be taking. Now that we've received quite a bit from the masculine, let's turn our focus to the divine feminine. I'm going to give these cards a good shuffle because I want to clear out any old energies and channel fresh, clear messages for her. So, what does the divine feminine want to express from her physical 3D perspective? Wow. A card just flew out. It's the contract card in reverse. This card typically relates to breaking free from karmic cycles or patterns. In the context of twin flames, it often signifies the end of a karmic situation. This could involve a karmic partner or someone who represents a recurring pattern in her life. I want to dive deeper into this, so let's get some specifics. The word strong came through, suggesting that whatever karmic situation the feminine is dealing with had a significant hold on her. It's still unclear if this is a karmic contract tied to her or the masculine. It could be a person, or perhaps even a negative belief or behavior pattern that's been interfering with their twin flame connection. The reversed position of this card suggests that something is coming to a close, either an ending or a breaking of ties. For some of you, this means a karmic relationship or pattern is wrapping up or has already ended. For others, though, I'm picking up a different vibe. It seems there may be a divine feminine out there who is yearning for a karmic situation that the masculine is involved in to come to an end. You might find yourself relating to either scenario. I sense that some divine feminines are observing a karmic situation affecting their masculine and deeply wishing for it to end, recognizing how much this connection weighs on him. I heard a strong message. You wouldn't break this karmic contract, so I had to take matters into my own hands. It gives me chills to say that. It feels like there's a feminine who grew increasingly impatient, waiting for her masculine to free himself from this karmic entanglement. This message might resonate with just a few of you, but it's powerful. It's almost as if she felt so compelled to see him move on that she took action to push him toward change, hoping he would break free from this situation. Again, this won't apply to everyone, just a specific message for some. For others, this could simply indicate that a karmic situation is already ending or has ended. I also heard the words church and the name Sally, which might resonate for some, possibly hinting at some religious factors involved. The religious factors card has come up in recent readings, so this might connect with a few of you as well. The word stick really resonates here, suggesting that whoever was involved in this karmic situation felt incredibly stuck in a repetitive pattern, whether it was tied to an addiction or a relationship with a karmic partner. I'm curious to dive deeper into this karmic situation, especially since the contract card is reversed. The daughter spirit also appeared in reverse, indicating that whoever was entangled in this situation was cut off from the divine and their own intuition. This disconnect is a strong message coming through. It seems there's an intense sense of disconnection happening here. The message I'm picking up from the daughter spirit, reversed, is that someone was really trapped in a karmic situation. Again, whether that's an unhealthy pattern, an addiction, or a direct connection with a karmic individual. Their disconnection from their own divine path and intuition was keeping them stuck. Interestingly, this disconnect also impacted the divine feminine. As she became aware of the masculine situation and her frustration grew, she too started to feel disconnected from her own intuition and divine guidance. It's almost like I'm visualizing a blocked crown chakra for her. Her connection to the divine is being hindered because of her concern about the masculine's entrapment in this karmic situation. That's the energy I'm sensing from this card. The strategy card appearing reversed indicates that things haven't been going as planned. It seems there's a divine feminine who, perhaps unconsciously, was trying to exert control over the masculine or the unfolding of their journey together. She may have crafted a timeline or a vision for their relationship, like thinking, we'll be together by this date, then we'll get engaged and eventually married. But then something shifted. Information about a karmic situation, the contract reversed, came to light. And suddenly she found herself saying, "Whoa, nothing is going according to plan." This realization led her to shut off from her intuition as she grappled with the feeling of losing control. She wanted to steer the situation, the connection, or the person, but felt powerless to do so. Interestingly, I picked up on the words cloud, rain, and Spain, which might resonate with someone out there. I also saw the number 1212 while meditating, and it's worth noting that the strategy card is number 21, which can also be seen as 12 reversed. So, let's explore what 1212 signifies. This number is fascinating because it relates to spiritual growth and the fulfillment of sacred soul bonds. It also emphasizes having trust and faith in your twin flame connection, reinforcing that you both desire a stable relationship. This brings to mind the idea of mirroring. When you think of 1212, remember that your twin flame perfectly reflects your energy and intentions. So if you're a divine feminine feeling that loss of control or uncertainty about the future of this connection, you're being encouraged to remember that your twin flame mirrors your soul-level intentions. You actually set these intentions together before entering this lifetime. This means that if you're a divine feminine wondering whether your twin flame shares your desires, know that if your plans didn't unfold as expected, it simply wasn't your true soul path or timeline. I realize this can be a tough pill to swallow, especially for a divine feminine who is deeply spiritual, powerful, and intuitive. She believed she was following her soul's plan, but in reality, this plan stemmed from her ego's need for certainty, a structured timeline. I'm hearing that there's a higher, more fulfilling way forward. Interestingly, the word essential keeps coming up. It's as if a spirit is saying, I know this might be difficult to accept, but it was essential for you to lose control of this situation. It was vital for your plans to go off course in order to reveal a greater purpose, to show you your true soul's path. It's a somewhat vague message, but I sense it resonates with someone out there. So, what else does this divine feminine's physical self think or feel right now? Since we're already picking up messages from her higher self, perhaps we should go ahead and connect directly with her soul self to uncover more insights. What messages does this divine feminine's higher self want to share right now? The Sun card appears reversed, bringing a profound insight. You've been out of your divine feminine power, and you may not have even realized it. An interesting side note, while channeling, I noticed the words way, meal, and food popping up. This makes me think there might be a divine feminine listening who's been grappling with body image issues, perhaps even facing challenges like body dysmorphia or an eating disorder. If that resonates with you, know that there's a powerful message about learning to love, accept, and embrace your physical self fully. It's essential to remember that your twin flame is magnetically drawn to you when you're in your happiest, most authentic state, not when you fit into some societal standard of beauty. When you focus negatively on your appearance, you step away from your natural divine feminine power and magnetism. Deep down, your soul knows that you are powerful, beautiful, and worthy, just as you are right now. This message is truly meant for someone who needs it, and I hope it resonates with you. The Sun card appeared reversed, and I immediately heard a message from someone's divine feminine higher self addressing their physical self. You've been out of your divine feminine power and confidence. It seems this divine feminine might not even realize how her magnetism has been affected. The root of this disconnection appears to stem from a lack of self-confidence and self-criticism, potentially linked to body image issues or feelings about her physical appearance. This is about not fully loving, embracing, and accepting yourself, which can lead to a dip in your natural feminine energy and power. As I was reflecting on this, 2 cards flew out: the 7th chakra, crown chakra, reversed, and the victory card upright. How synchronistic. The crown chakra represents your connection to the divine, and it's significant that it came out reversed, especially since I was just discussing how this divine feminine has stepped out of her natural power. The lack of self-love and confidence can lead to feeling disconnected from the divine, creating an imbalance with your masculine energy. But here's the uplifting part. With the victory card upright, your higher self is reminding you not to dwell on these challenges. Yes, it's essential to shift your energy to a more empowered state and work on building your confidence. But remember, you are going to overcome these obstacles. You're stronger than you realize and more powerful than the blocks that have held you back, many of which may have been negatively programmed into you from a young age. These could stem from inner child wounds or early family dynamics that impacted your divine feminine energy. Embrace your strength and know that victory is within reach. Let's dive into any additional messages from this divine feminine's higher self. I'm sensing the words behind and love, and suddenly a whole bunch of cards just flew out. It seems there's a feeling of always being behind on some timeline when it comes to love. I can see this divine feminine feeling like things aren't aligning for her at the right moment. I just felt a wave of sadness wash over me. I can visualize someone watching others around them getting married, engaged, or starting families. Whether you've experienced a family of your own or gone through a divorce, it feels like love is blossoming for everyone else, while you're left feeling like you're lagging behind, as if things aren't coming together as quickly as you'd hoped. Right now, I'm getting strong goosebumps. The two cards that came out carry a heartfelt message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. And secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. What I'm picking up from this divine feminine's higher self is that, with these feelings of self-doubt or low self-esteem, along with any divine feminine wounds she might be carrying, it seems she may have lost touch with her masculine's love for her. Her higher self wants to remind her that this masculine is actually in tune with her deeper feelings, aware that his love for her runs much deeper than she may realize in her physical reality right now. It's interesting because while we're connecting with the divine feminine's higher self, the energy feels like it's also coming from her masculine. It's as if her higher self is gently reminding her of how her masculine feels about her, regardless of how things are manifesting in the physical world. There's a divine love that underlies this connection, and it's essential to remember that truth despite the circumstances. I also picked up on the name Smith, which might be significant, as well as the word mix. This word makes me think of mixed emotions. It feels like her higher self is acknowledging the confusion and mixed feelings she's been experiencing about the situation in her physical life. Remember, it's okay to feel a swirl of emotions. It's all part of the journey. As I was reflecting on that, the Lover's Oracle card that came out is soulmates. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Many of you are familiar with this card, and in the context of a twin flame reading, it can also represent your twin flame. This is a beautiful reminder that your twin flame is already with you on a spiritual level. Embrace this truth, and they will eventually manifest in the physical realm. There's a fascinating irony here. To cultivate a deeper connection with the twin flame masculine in the physical, this divine feminine needs to embody courage, faith, and an intuitive understanding of their energetic bond. It's about feeling this connection on an energetic level and having trust in that bond before it fully materializes in the physical world. This aligns perfectly with the message of the card, manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So, keep the faith and let your heart lead the way. Click the join button to explore the membership options and see what exciting benefits await you. By joining, you'll get exclusive perks, behind-the-scenes content, and special access to our community. It's a fantastic way to support the channel and get even more out of your experience with us. If this video resonated with you and you crave more, interact with the content, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Magnetize Official. Share these words with anyone who might find comfort and inspiration.